Hello and welcome to the Dream Team Tonic Game Week 13 Deadline stream. Tony, how are you?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
All good. Getting a bit twitchy.
Yeah, nerves kicking in now.
Yeah. I'm. Well, just so everyone knows, welcome to everyone. This is going to be quite a nicely split deadline stream because I'm goal bonus active. Tony isn't, so you're going to get both sides of the coin here. You look rather chill. I don't feel chill, so maybe that's a sign.
The form will start creeping in with me. The form will affect me. The nerves are going to get you.
That's the thing. You've always got that thought that, you know, whatever happens, you've got yours still to play, even if it does go really well for everyone.
It's
Whereas
true.
if it goes badly for you when you've got it,
yeah, I think when you're watching it from the outside and you've not got it active, you want, even if it's just an all right goal boost, goal bonus. It's you're not too fussed. If it flops, obviously happy days, advantage. But if it does go off on one, if Haaland goes mega and then you have all the big hitters scoring, it's gonna be a long weekend for me.
Me as well. This is going to be all of my chips or boosters completely spaffed after this. So can see it as they've either been wasted or can focus on the rest of the season. But anyway, enough about us. We're going to answer your questions up until the 1:30 deadline. Why does that seem so weird? It's because all the kickoffs are 3:00, isn't it?
Yeah, no early game.
And we'll do our teams maybe 5-10 minutes before the end.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not making any changes.
Oh, you're rolling as well.
I'm rolling one. Yeah, I don't like taking out on doubles if the players are fit, because especially when the players that can just do you damage. I've took out one flop who I should never have put back in, but Pedro.
Who was that?
Pedro. And I think now with Cole Palmer coming back, Delap getting a goal the other day, I just think his minutes are going to be affected now. So because usually if they're going to play Delap, it was just drop Pedro into the 10. I know Palmer usually plays on the right, but you know, if they're going to start playing Estevao, or you know, Palmer's going to go into that 10 role. So I think his minutes are going to be eaten. So he's going down in price, and he might be going down in minutes. So he's out.
Cool. Well, you may as well have just stayed in bed then.
Well, I've come here to help you guys out.
Right. Question time. Go right to the top, and what we'll try and do is, if there's any sort of duplicate questions, we'll try and pass over them. Keep repeating ourselves because it's always hard to keep up with the amount of questions we usually get. There is a poll as well currently. So goal bonus, game week 13, yes or no? I don't think there's a right answer, by the way. I don't think it's other people playing goal bonus 13. I need to play it, because there are other good weeks. A lot of people talking about 17 as a good week, which I also think looks pretty good. So it's just whatever looks decent enough for your team, I think. Get voting on that. It's currently 62% saying yes to playing it, and 38% saying no to playing it. 127 votes. But even then, this is like a very small portion of the entire Dream Team game. Like, I don't think it's going to be anywhere near that in the overall, personally. But let's see. Philip up first. Do you know why Neco Williams is flagged? A few questions on this one. You seen that?
I haven't seen that, no. I know he's one yellow card away from a ban, though, isn't
he? Yeah. I haven't seen anything to suggest that he is injured.
Yeah.
And there was a message in our Discord, which I think is entirely possible, is that Dream Team have accidentally maybe just flagged Williams instead of Murillo, because it was Murillo who had a slight knock. So I wouldn't be worried about that one.
I'd be more worried about the yellow card.
Yeah. Obviously, if he gets a booking in the first one, he misses the second. But again, if you've got him, I don't know if I'd
No.
Get the rise. You get one game, you get one game. It's possible for a lot of players that they only get one game anyway.
Yep.
Pickles and Brie. Who would you take out of Sarr and Enzo this week? Really tempted to get Salah in, but at the moment I've put Barnes in, Burnley in mine next week, and Rodgers out for Voldemar Day. I know Pickles and Brie isn't playing goal bonus, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, tricky. This is what I'm saying about taking out people like Sarr and Enzo that they've got doubles themselves. Enzo, although he don't have the greatest first game, obviously they've got Leeds the second game. He's been playing really well as well. He could have had a sack full of goals, to be fair. Barnes, obviously, recency bias comes in with that. And obviously Gordon's back. You've got Murphy. I don't know fully about his minutes. Obviously, he's scoring and he's in form, so they go in his favour. But again, would you trust taking out someone like Enzo, who's probably going to play the majority of the minutes, for Barnes, who's a minutes risk on a double? I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I've got Sarr and Enzo both in my team, and I'm not. I've got a transfer left, and I'm not taking either of them out because I know the people that, if it comes to Friday next week and Enzo's scored a couple or Sarr's scored a couple, I'd be kicking myself saying, why have I took them out? So, yeah, I'd hold them too if it were me.
Yeah, I think Sarr and Enzo to Barnes and Rodgers kind of feels like those sideways moves of you need to remember why you chose Sarr and Enzo, because they are both really good players, decent minutes, good goal threat. And I think it's probably moving them into players that, it's just kind of sideways to the guys that done it a week more recent, possibly, or in Barnes' case, a couple of weeks. But no, I probably wouldn't take out Sarr and Enzo. I get the temptation for Salah. I really wanted to get Salah in for goal bonus, but I'm going to go without him and without Liverpool, which is a worry.
Not in current form, is it? You just know there will be a turning point.
You just know it's in the locker.
Whether it's going to have to be a change of manager, whether it's, you've got to start thinking now with the little run that they're on, that maybe something's wrong behind the scenes and then players aren't playing for slot. I don't know. I'm just speculating, but the talent that's in the team, the last 3 games, 4 games, I don't know. It's just they're unrecognisable.
I just realised, by the way, the second part of his the second part was Rodgers out for Voldemar Day. I would take Voldemar Day out. He was saying who would you take out of Sarr and Enzo, and I would like to keep them. But if you're taking Voldemar Day out, and you can do it just for Rodgers,
I don't mind that.
If you could do that in one, if you got the money to maybe do Voldemar Day to a Doku, if not, or City mid.
Yeah,
do one move and keep Sarr and Enzo, maybe.
Don't mind the Rodgers move.
Yeah.
I put him into a fan team and FPL last week and got the rewards for it. I didn't have the balls to do it in Dream Team because I care more about my rank in this game. So I'm a little bit more, even more gung-ho in those games. So I try to get on things early. So Rodgers, now he's had a couple of decent games. He's a shot. I don't mind Rodgers now. So yeah, Rodgers in for Baltimore. I'd do it.
Rodgers is in for me as well this week for context. Tricky Trees took Romero out for Milenkovic. Do I leave Sarr in or take him out for Doku, Rodgers, Salah? You could do any of those 3 in for Sarr. I know we both said we wouldn't like to sell, but who'd you pick out of those 3 if you had to choose one and you could do it in one move?
I wouldn't like to sell Sarr, but if I were doing it for one of those 3, so it's being punted to taking Sarr out anyway, it's quite risky. I'd put Salah in.
Yeah,
I'd Salah in and risk it, and just hope that they get a couple of penalties, even if they get beat. A couple of penalties from Salah. He's been picking up player performance points as well, hasn't he? He's having to do a bit more defending, a bit more crafting. He must be getting interceptions and blocks and different stuff like that now because he's not quite getting the the goal scoring returns.
Yeah, I know. I said I'm not bringing Salah in, but that's because every sort of time, the way my team was set up, anytime I brought Salah in, I would have to take out like a big hitter or someone that I think will make my team worse, and then bring in someone else alongside it to make him worse. But if you can just do a straight start to Salah, then yeah, I would do that. I am worried about not having him or Liverpool. I kind of feel like it's your damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you bring in Liverpool this week and they don't do well, you're like, well, that was obvious because they've scored 1 goal in 3 games.
Yeah.
Then if you don't bring them in and they do really well, it's like, well, they won the league last year. It's Salah, of course they were going to do well.
And as well, just to put a bit more fear into you, Liverpool have scored 19 goals in the last 5 games against West Ham.
Yeah.
3 of them games, I think they scored 5 goals.
Yeah,
like 5 goals
last season it was a pasting, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
cheers for that, mate. But like my example, I could like take out Matty Cash and downgrade him to a 1.8 million defender, which gives me like Krejci, the Wolves defender, and then I could get Salah. But it's like, do I kill a spot? Is it worth killing a defensive spot?
For someone that's not in form and not the team ain't playing well, it doesn't make sense, does it?
And then the week after, I'm not targeting the guys with good fixtures. I'm just trying to take someone out to then get the Wolves guy out of my team. Yeah, but it's painful.
Yeah.
Super chat from Billy. Howdy, gents. I've used all boosters but the 12th man, thinking Salah. I've taken out Pedro and MVD, Mickey van der Ven.
Yep.
For Chalobah and Rodgers. What are your thoughts?
12-man Salah this week. I don't mind it. Obviously, you've not got the risk as such of taking any drops. It's not the most powerful of chips, the 12-man. I think you just got to play it on a double, play it on someone you fancy for that week who's got 2 decent fixtures and a goal scoring threat. I think Salah, he could do all right. West Ham away, and who aren't the best team, obviously improving a little bit under Nuno, but still can't really trust West Ham. And then Sunderland at home, if there's a pair of games to bounce back from the few heavy defeats recently, I think that them 2 are right up the street. So I don't mind the 12th man. Pedro, I'll get rid of. Don't so much like the Chalobah. But Arsenal first up, Leeds second game. They do have a good run after that. Decent run, Chelsea after that. But if you could, what price is Chalobah now? Because I know obviously early doors you were climbing.
He's 3.9, I think.
3.9,
and he's on a 0.3 rise.
Right. Yeah. Alternatives are like Cash. We don't mind. They've got decent fixtures. Villa now seem to have turned the corner as well. I don't mind it. Obviously, Rodgers. Yeah, good fixtures. Looks like he's coming back into a bit of form.
If I could 12th man anyone this week, it would be Salah. But a 12th man Salah in for 7 points in a double game week earlier in the season. So I thought that was going to be a nice week for it as well. So it doesn't always work out. But yeah, I think those moves are fine. I think Chalobah is still an improvement on Van der Ven. With the Rice as well. But if it's a long-term play, I don't mind it. We've got a super chat from Shay for Shay McClear, but we didn't get a message, so I'll quickly scroll to the end to see if I can find it. But if not, I don't know. You can send it to us. Let me just check. Send your message right at the end, and I'll try and pick it out. Couple from the Discord. So that's £4.2 million midfielder or defender that can be put in taking Pino out. This was a horrible price point, I think, 4.2. I had a couple of options that gave me 4.2. I'm getting in the striker spots, it's fine.
4.2 on the price rise. Lacroix, United and Burnley this week. Probably going up in price, possibly. Neto, midfield. Arsenal Leeds. 13 points last week. Tielemans starting to get back in amongst it now. He could be a good somebody who turns it back on after last season, doing really well on the Matrix. Just miss out on Diaz. Just miss out on Anderson.
It's annoying. There's so many. There's Barnes at 4.3.
Yeah.
This was one of the routes I was looking for, like my goal bonus, and just the options around that price point I really didn't like, especially in the midfield spots. But maybe you don't have to use the full amount, and you go down even further, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's nice to pick somebody up on a rise.
I think Maguire is solid if you haven't got him already. I was considering Mikel Merino at 3.9, like mostly because I'm on a goal bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've decided against that one for now. Up next, I'm not doing goal bonus this week. This is from Colin. Aiming for game week 17. One transfer this week, 2 mil in the bank. Pedro out. I'm considering Mateta, or would you risk Salah for a 1 week punt? Salah or Mateta? Pedro.
Oh, you know my answer.
But you're not his biggest fan, are you, at the moment?
I'm not. Do you know, like, he's done all right this season and that, but once I put him in my team and started watching him, geez, I don't realise how many chances he's missing. How many chances, like big chances, not even putting on target. So, yeah, I've come to wonder how the hell he's had so many goals. But like I say, Palace are creating that many chances. I think they're the worst team for like converting the chances this season so far. So, I mean, yeah, if they had a proper striker up front, they'd be doing better. But I'd take the punt on Salah. And I've not been his biggest fan. I've been slagging him off all season, saying he is not passing the eye test, but he's got penalties. I know Mateta's got penalties, but he missed his last one. I think out of them two, the one that excites me more would be Salah. Although Crystal Palace have that Burnley game, second game.
Yeah, again, I think if you can do it in one move,
that's
the main thing for me. I'd get him if it's not wrecking your team to get him. So it sounds like it's not. So, but yeah, I've got Mateta again for context, and I'm pretty happy with him, to be fair. Apart from the 60-odd minute subs at the moment, I'd be more worried if he's not getting chances. He's getting the chances and not always putting them away. Kevin Poulter, how are we feeling about Foden as a 12th man? 2 good fixtures, should start both. He's got a feeling, but he can wait. What do you think?
I'm really.
Have you got him?
No, I've got Doku. I put Nunes in last week, and after what happened last week with the defeat to Newcastle, then the 10 changes for the European game, which they then lost again, and I don't think any of the players really come out with any kind of credit from that game. And when Foden did come on, so he looked very, well, not lost, but he just didn't really get involved in anything in the Newcastle game. You didn't see that spark from him. And then when he come on to try to influence the Leverkusen game, he did nothing. So 2 flat games from him. So I wouldn't be bringing him in because I'm not 100% sure now who Pep's going to look at out of them 2 performances, out of them 22 players, and who he's going to put on that pitch. I could not bring in City players with any confidence other than Haaland. Oh. One player I think that has been standing out, other than Doku, is Cherki. He has been standing out. He's been aggressive in his play. He's shooting. He's trying to find the right passes. I think if I was forced to bring in a City player this week, it would be Cherki, because I think he's the only one. If Pep's seen the game as I'm seeing it, he's the one that was most effective and was doing the most. So, yeah, he'd be the man.
I still really like Foden. I've got him on my team, but I wouldn't 12-man him. I think he'll have better chances later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's been all right. And I think after that rest, I think he will start too, personally. Is Cole Palmer worth the risk? Maresca said that he's ready to start.
Yeah, ready to start doesn't mean he will. I think it means he'll be on bench. They've got enough talent within there to not have to throw him in at the deep end. He's been out for a while. I think you probably see him get half an hour. Obviously, he can do enough damage. If he's coming back and he hits the ground running, you're a fully fit Cole Palmer. They've got a hell of a player there. I don't mind the transfer because I think if he does get 30 minutes and he doesn't pull up and there's no adverse reactions to his injury, I think he gets the Leeds game, which makes him interesting. And I have thought about it, but for me to get to Palmer, I'd have to take out Declan Rice, and I'm not doing that. But he's now on the radar, Palmer. If he can get through this double of games, then I think next week, he becomes a massive option then.
Yeah, I don't think there's any rush. I don't think there's any rush to get him in, to be honest. Especially with the Arsenal first game. I think just wait and see what happens this week, my opinion. New member, new YouTube channel member, Zach Mayo. Thank you very much for joining, mate. If you do want to hit that join button, become a YouTube channel member, you get early access to the podcast and our live streams that we do usually on a Monday night. Early access to the pods, and get your questions answered first. And you know what? If you're sending in super chats, it may just be better off to just become a member instead. Something to think about. Right, over to Discord again. So Gary Walker isn't fancying goal bonus this week. Would you just play your normal game, or play a 12th man, or even go 5 at the back? So if you're not playing goal bonus, do you just play the game normally, or do you try and counteract it, try and do something different, try and take an opportunity elsewhere, or just keep playing your normal game? Before you answer, I just want to address what I told you before the pod so that everyone hears it. I've had so many messages from people saying, should I max captain Haaland to counteract the goal bonus? Max captain isn't FPL's triple captain. If you max captain Haaland, your armband will just move around to whoever scores the most points, and you'll still get double points as usual. So then if someone plays a goal bonus and gets an extra 3 points per goal on Haaland, they're going to beat you. You're not counteracting Haaland. And so only really, I think you would be max captain in Haaland if you're thinking there's a differential that's going to beat Haaland and you want to get one over on the crowd if Haaland doesn't do well.
Yep.
Over to
Second
you.
that. I think you just got to play the game. I'm just playing it. I'm even rolling a transfer. I'm not trying to chase anything. I've got max captain and goal boost left. I don't feel my team, although some might look at it and think different, but I don't feel my team's the way I'd want it for a goal boost. Rice, Fernandez, Doku. Maybe harsh putting Fernandez in there, but Doku and Rice, not the most prolific. I just don't think it's ready for it. And I'm not going to... The scary bit about it is Haaland's fixtures. And obviously there's talk about whether it's just play it because your captain's got the best fixtures and just let him do all the work kind of thing, or you need to be spread out. There's all sorts of thoughts and feelings regarding it, but I think just carry on playing your game. Make your transfers as you would, set your team out and try and get a decent score this week. Forget about the goal boosters. Like if you've still got your chip, you're going to have that opportunity another time. And if you feel your team's set for it, there might be more people in form, more strikers in form. Because if I were to play my boost today, I mean, I've got Thiago and Haaland. I've not even got a third striker. So there's no confidence. Look at the goal scoring charts in the Premier League. It's literally Haaland, Thiago, and throw a blanket over the rest of them. This goals have been spread out that much to nail quite a few of them in 1 week, one double. It'll be tough. But good luck to anybody who is goal balancing because, like you say, it's the pressure of having to get it right.
I'd just play it normally and accept that, if you... I'd still cover the usual people. I wouldn't pick anyone outside the box to try and do anything differently, to be honest. You'll get your time to play it.
Yeah.
If you're not. Well, we've had a few more about Salah, but yeah, in general, we're like, get him in if it doesn't wreck your team, basically, to do it. Is everyone going Salah? Ricky says, I'm set on Thiago. Nope, everyone's definitely not going.
Yeah,
Salah.
see how I go for me.
Noopy, would you leave in Brian Mbumo this week?
Yeah, because again, he's somebody. All right, away at Crystal Palace, it's a tough fixture for United, but they could still score. Their attacking stats this season have been pretty good. With the chances created and the shots and whatever else. Obviously, having Mbumo and Cunha has helped in that sense. So, the attacking sense, they're all right. United. There's times to take them out, and it's probably when they go back to the singles. I think Crystal Palace away, West Ham at home. It's not the worst fixtures in the world. I'd take a punt on him, just leave him in. Don't use the transfer.
Yeah, I'd keep him. I'd keep him as well. You thought he was good before this week. He's had one bad game against Everton. Doesn't mean he's going to keep being bad. I think still decent. Still decent pick. Zach Mo got a question in here. So, morning chaps from North Carolina, USA. Got Foden already with the big man up front. Thinking Pedro and Gusto to Rodgers and Doku. Triple up on Man City. Or go Salah and Murillo. Even thinking Eze and Doku. That was one of the combos I could have done. Murillo and Salah.
It's not bad. It's not a bad combo, that. Obviously, if Salah fires.
Taking Timber out for me, which I didn't like.
Yeah, that's the problem, innit? That's like you say, being disruptive then, innit? Just to get Salah in. Rodgers and Doku for Pedro and Gusto. I don't mind that. I think that's pretty sound.
Triple City, I like that.
Yeah, I think like Doku's come out of the couple of games now. All right, he's looked like the biggest threat, so I think he should be safe on that left-hand side. Yeah, you've already got Foden. I think Foden might be a risk, but he's got good minutes this year. Foden, he's been pretty nailed, so we'll see if that continues.
Connor in the chat, super chat. Cheers, Tony. Foden in here. Ignore him. Tony's drunk.
Not yet, mate.
He's a monster, was it? Or yeah,
monster that. Yeah.
Right, who's up? I want to do this one from Breezy in the Discord. So he's asking Richarlison or Muani. Yes, that's where I'm at. But I've also seen a few. Here in the chat as well, asking about Marlon. There's been a lot of Marlon talk this morning, so
yeah,
I want to chuck Marlon in there as well, because if you're shopping around that sort of price, Richarlison, Kolo Muani, Marlon,
Callum Wilson,
or even maybe Welbeck if you can stretch. What do you think of those? That might cover a few questions then.
Muani, back at his former club, PSG, got a couple, didn't he? Yeah, I won't be spending 3.6 million on Muani, I don't think. Marlon, 2.7. Yeah. I mean, you look at Marlon at 2.7. Obviously, they're going to be 0.3 rises, both of them. Wolves up for Aston Villa. It's either, Wolves, obviously, first game for manager last week. They were unfortunate against Crystal Palace. They should have scored. They did look better. They should have scored a couple as well. Henderson were on fire. So, are Wolves going to improve and, stick one to Villa? Not too sure. He's always a minute's risk, Marlon. Is he going to dislodge Watkins full time? I don't like bringing in players that are minute's risks. So I wouldn't go there. Like you said, probably Welbeck's the safer option.
Yeah, but then even then, I can't really go back and see any weeks where he's played twice in a double,
which isn't great.
And you don't really ever trust his legs, do you, to play twice in a double? But
have you seen much of that lad at Bournemouth, Croupy?
Yeah,
young lad. He looks good.
Back as well.
But then again, it's minutes, innit? Minutes, but 2.4 million, Sunderland and Everton. If you're going that far and punting, I don't mind him.
I'm going to throw it out there as a don't try this at home, but I've got Marden in my team. It's a goal bonus as well. I never thought things would get this bad. I've given so much stick out as well earlier in the season to people that were choosing Marden, and now this is where we're at. But I'll explain why later. Couple more super chats. Would you take out Marino and then die for Barnes and Rogers?
Marino and die for who and Rogers? Sorry.
This is it from Cameron.
Barnes and Rogers.
Marino and then die for Barnes and Rogers.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Don't mind that at all.
I prefer the fixtures for Barnes and Rogers. I know Ndiaye's got pens, which is a worry. I do prefer the fixtures for those two.
Yeah, and Ndiaye and Barnes are, Ndiaye's probably more nailed for minutes, but obviously longer term with European games and stuff like that, you want Barnes, don't you? Possibly.
Shay has got his question in eventually. Who's the best pick for goal bonus, Sarr or Doku? That's a quick fire.
Ooh, I think one who's most likely to score is Sarr. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I would say Sarr is the better, most likely goal scorer. One argument I have kept thinking to myself is that, could Doku easily just get the extra 3 bonus points or 5 bonus points and then make up for it? But I think you play the goals. So, yeah, Sarr. And then Matty from the Discord as well. But £9.99 super chat, money to mute Conk for the rest of the stream.
Got to do it at that price.
Right. I'm picking some out as well that we haven't had yet. So would you take out Buendia and Ropes for Thiago and Henderson, or just take out Buendia for Rogers? Can do both Rogers and Thiago, but would have to take out Sarr. Don't sell Sarr.
See, I'm leaving Roos in this week. Henderson.
But,
I mean, he's got 2 on his score
in a week where there's every goalkeeper's playing twice.
Yeah, that I wouldn't do the keeper move. I'd just save the transfer just in case. There might be a few injuries this week, and next week that transfer could become gold.
Buendia to Rogers in 1.
Yeah. Buendia's looked all right as well, don't he? What's Buendia got the last few weeks?
He's just in that same camp as Marlon, for example, where you'll probably get a start and a half.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I don't mind it. Just wouldn't do the keeper move.
What week does AFCON start? From Kevin. I've seen this from and Philip saying that players have to be released 2 weeks before their first official game. It says on the website, but it's game week 16.
Yeah,
I haven't heard any different to that. And I've even seen that some clubs or some countries let their players stay a little bit longer. Even I think Boomer might be in at the last possible minute.
Yeah, we've seen that the other year, didn't we? Where they held a few back, so they got an extra 1 or 2 games in, then went off to AFCON. So
yeah, I don't think they have to go 14. I don't think that's right. Should I take Sarr out for Rogers again? Would you just keep Sarr?
Yeah, I would on a double. Crystal Palace. I know they've lost last game, but United at home, Burnley away. Good fixtures.
Quick fire, Rogers or Doku?
That depends on the goal boost. That if you're goal boosting, Rogers. If not, Doku.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But I had that choice to make, and I am going to get Rogers in. The way I was looking at it as well, you could, if it comes to it, you can get Rogers in, get the 0.3 rise, drop it down to Doku the following week if you wanted to. Possibly makes it a bit easier, get a bit of money out of it. Kevin's asking, is Murillo out? But we don't know. We know as much as anyone else with that. Was a doubt, but I'm pretty sure that they said they thought he'd be available. Just like anything, you're taking a little bit of risk. Everyone, they won't get to me before deadline. Can you help? Is Murillo injured, or should I swap to Savola? I think if I had Murillo in my team already, I'd just keep him. But if not, buy Savola. Is that fair?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, if you can get Milenkovic, I'll just see in the chat. If you can get Milenkovic, I'd do that instead. But if Murillo's already in your team, I would just keep him there now.
Yeah, so Deitch has said we think he'll be fine. I will find out more, but at the moment he should be fine. He came off with 15 minutes to go. So that's Murillo. So I think he's a big player for him. So I think he'll be on the pitch. Get a few painkilling injections in him, he'll be right.
Not seeing any leaks on Twitter. They seem to have been completely flushed out these days, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. They do come, but they don't come before the deadline now, do they?
No,
they're all
come 1 minute.
5 minutes before the team's released.
1 minute before the 1 minute before the deadline, you try and react to it and end up making no transfers or something.
Yeah.
Richarlison or Harvey Barnes?
Barnes.
Yeah.
Semenyo
or Rodgers playing goal bonus.
Bournemouth. I don't mind Bournemouth's fixtures. Obviously Rodgers is a longer term hold because obviously you got he's doubling next week as well with Arsenal and is it Basel in the in Europe. So Bournemouth, Sunderland, and Everton this week. Then Chelsea single. I like the Semenyo shout. If you're going to book a transfer in for next week, it's getting back out for a European player. But
and the problem is with Semenyo. Like I wanted him in my original goal bonus team, but he obviously. I think they said that they thought he was going to start last week, and then he didn't.
Yeah,
and then they're going to see how he is this week. He's been training.
Yeah, you
don't
want
goal bonus. You can't make any subs, so just play the guy that you know is fit. I think.
Yeah.
Again, a quick apology if we can't get to your question because there are so many. But Ice Kitty, I found you. Shout out Connor. He's just let me know that we've missed Ice Kitty's question 2 streams in a row now. Hi guys, is it worth transferring out Foden for Rodgers/Barnes for a 0.5 swing on price, or keeping an extra transfer? Also, who's the best option to transfer in? Please let us know if there's any last minute leaks. We just talked about leaks, but yeah, would you? Let me try and find it here so I can bring it up on the screen. But yeah, the chat box isn't good for this. Here we go.
Yeah. Again, it's that when you're transferring out on a double week, is the player that you're transferring out someone who could do you damage? Now, I'm not 100% sure about Foden starts. Rodgers, I think he starts both. 0.5 rise. You know, it's tempting that. It is tempting. If I were to do one, it would be Foden to Rodgers, not to Barnes, just because of more guarantee for minutes. And if you're taking Foden out, it's got to be off the back of doubt of minutes. Because obviously he is a dangerous player. He's not been quite at it the last few weeks, but he is capable of a decent haul. So, yeah, if you're doing it, Foden to Rodgers.
I just feel like taking Foden out ahead of Leeds home is one of them ones where you just, if you do it, you then think to yourself, why did I do that?
Yeah.
It's the worst team away from home, one of the worst teams in the league. And we know Foden can hurt you. So I would just stick. I would just stick unless the budget's really going to kill you for other moves next week, potentially. If you have to go between Rodgers and Barnes, I prefer Rodgers, but I wouldn't take out Foden personally. Ian, why's it not let me bring Ian's question up on the screen here? Yeah, here we go. For some reason, my goal bonus is saying I'm on 8 points, acting like it's been used. Picture on Discord in the general chat. Is it a glitch? Worried I'll be stuck on 8.
I'll have a look at that while you go to next.
Yeah, I've not seen that. That's not good. Hopefully you've not accidentally used it. It should tell you, have a look, because it does normally tell you if you've used a booster, what week you used it. So go and check back that game week and make sure make sure you didn't get the points for it and accidentally play it.
Yeah, it's same used game week 13, which obviously is the one coming up. It says deactivate. It says 8 points for some reason. Strange. It's got to be just a glitch.
Congratulations on your 8 points.
Yes.
It's not even possible to get 8 points from your goal bonus, is it? Because it would have to be in
a multiple of 3.
Multiples of 3. Joe Cook is going for Semenyo. I think she's on a goal bonus as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully I haven't talked her out of that one. Amelia saying Scott has Salah. I don't have Salah in my team. Johnson or Barnes have done that. Hi, Britt from Thailand. Got Marino. Thoughts on game time? I'm thinking Rodgers.
We've gone international, haven't we? This is Thailand and the US today.
I'd go Rodgers, but I had put Marino in a couple of drafts.
Yeah, Rodgers for me. More of a talisman for Villa.
We spoke about it a little bit before, but there is going to be a knock-on somewhere with Erdegaard coming in. Eze still doing well. Gyökeres, Havertz are close. I think they probably won't be ready for this game week, but I just think because if you make the Marino one, it is a move down the line. So
yeah,
I think I just about prefer Rodgers there. Eze or Rodgers?
Oh. See, Eze now obviously getting that hat trick, and it's tough. It's tough because Odegaard's come back up pitch, and I think it pushes him out left, and he might go back quiet again. So I go Rodgers.
I would go Rodgers as well. Well, I am going Rodgers. Yeah, I know Rodgers has just scored a brace and people are bringing him in, and Eze's just scored a hat trick and people are bringing him in. But yeah, I think Rodgers has got the better fixtures this week. But I like either. Both are getting the rise. Both are good picks. But I think me and you have both had Eze this season, and he's frustrated us a little bit.
Yeah.
So unless you think it's a real turning point, that hat trick, yeah, I'm not sure. 9 minutes to go, people. Lock in your teams just in case. I'm going to quickly check and make sure that my goal bonus isn't doing anything suspect there. Is the Boswell too much of a risk? Done really well this game week, but 4 yellow cards.
I mean, yeah, it's a risk bringing anyone in on 4 yellow cards. I've got Munoz who's on 4. I wouldn't take him out, but I wouldn't be bringing him in. Yeah, he's done well, so I'd prefer after the way Liverpool have been playing, but no, not this week. Let him get his yellow this week.
I wouldn't bring him in. Too risky for me. Oh, I want to read this one. This is Capitals. This is Kevin's son. Help with this. Quick fire. Pedro or Buendia out. That's the first one.
Pedro out.
Quick fire. Palmer, yes or no?
No, not yet.
Foden, 12th man.
Definitely not.
And we're not doing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's your lot there, Kevin. Amelia, I've got Donnarumma, Marlon for Pedro and Garnacho. Salah, 12th man. Haaland, captain. not a question, but
yeah, I like it.
And she's eager to know my team here. I'm glad to see that she's gone for Marlon because I'm pretty sure Amelia is a Villa fan, and I'm reluctantly bringing Marlon into my team, and I'm questioning myself really about doing it, but that makes me feel slightly better. Thiago or Pedro, Marino or Riley?
Oh, Thiago definitely.
Thiago or Pedro? Yeah, Thiago. And Marino or O'Reilly to Rodgers. So he's got Marino and O'Reilly. Which one you to sell in?
Either or. Both out for minutes.
I'll keep O'Reilly. Unless it's goal bonus. Unless you goal bonus, maybe keep Marino. But I like O'Reilly. Quite a nice price there.
He's a good player, all right.
We've got 7 minutes. Call it on the questions or a couple more?
Yeah, keep it going. If there is any. Got any left?
Would you take out Sar for Eze from Philip?
Oh, just a glitch.
I
just froze then for a second.
Oh, nothing happened.
Would you take Sar out for Eze? No, definitely not.
No, I keep Sar. Ian, have you actually got Marlon in, Scott?
He doesn't believe
it. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I'm as shocked as you, mate.
Yeah, you're going to have to show your team. Let's say it.
Shirky and Thiago or Rodgers and Isak?
Shirky and Thiago. Nice little combo, that. Can't trust Isak yet, can you? Jesus.
You must be able to afford Thiago and Rodgers there. No?
Shirky's...
One's an attacker and a mid. One's... Yeah, Thiago and Rodgers. It's got to be allowed, isn't it?
Yeah, Shirky's at 5.1. Rodgers at 4.7. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. Sorry, no, it wasn't part of your initial question. I'll show you the shambles of a team. Got 5 minutes. Here we go. Is that working?
Yep. So
reluctantly, well, not reluctantly, but I've got João Pedro. And I'm going to take out João Pedro and Matty Cash for Morgan Rodgers. I like that Wolves home fixture for him and Brighton. I've been trying to keep mentioning his price hasn't been going down because I've wanted to buy him a bit cheaper. But eventually he got the drop last week and now he's going back up again. So going to get Rodgers in for João Pedro. But that left me 3.7 for the cash replacement. And there's just nothing. There's just nothing quite around 3.7. And so I couldn't do Pedro to Rodgers. I'm 0.1 off of it. And I really do want Rodgers for this week. So I have to sort of downgrade cash. So I'm going to go Marlon. I'm going to go Rodgers. I never would have dreamt I would have had Marlon in my goal bonus. I kind of don't even want to think about it as I've brought him in for goal bonus. I kind of just think, he's just a cash replacement this week, personally. Get the 2.3 rises and hope for the best. But I did think he looked really good against Young Boys. His goal scoring record for the last couple of games has been really, really good. But I'm completely aware that he could easily be benched for this next game and then get 60. It could be a 60 and a 20. It could be 70-10, or could just get lucky and get 2 60s. But yeah, he's in there now. So Haaland and Foden double up, try and take on Leeds at home. And obviously Fulham after that. I've got the double up of Sarr and Mateta for their easy game of Man United. No, the easy game of Burnley. And then, double up on Villa for Wolves at home, which they've been terrible recently. So, hopefully the new manager bounce doesn't happen. Then Saka, obviously. And I think I've got Munoz and Timber, who have both got 3 goals themselves this season. And then Lequire and Henderson. I just didn't want to tear the team up too much to try and fit in a Salah or a Gakpo or something like that. So, that's that's where I'm at. That's where I'm locked in. Don't love it. Don't recommend it.
Just one thing. It's I was discussing with Andy Barnett about the goal boost. He is doing it this week as well. We were looking through his team and stuff, but I were more of the idea that I don't want to have, say, 3 from the same team or 2 from the same team. I want to like spread it. Obviously, 2 from City. Obviously, Haaland's just the man, so you just leave him. So I don't mind the second City. But then I was like, do you not want to maximise the amount of goals your players could be involved in? So say if Villa are to score 5 goals this week and you've got Marlon and Rodgers, there's only 5 possible goals. If you had, say, Rodgers and Thiago, for example, if Brentford score 5 goals and Villa score 5 goals, that's 10 possible goals for the players to be involved in. This was my thinking behind it, and having an individual from each team and then double City. That
it's
but it's also flip side, which you could say, is that if you've got the 2 from the team, you're more likely to have someone that has got that goal.
You just reduce the chances and think you've got the less percentage chance of getting the right scorer, unless they're talisman or But for me, the main part of this was just kind of Haaland's great fixture, and don't wreck the team to do it.
Yeah, I think it plays into a bit of how we play the game as well, where I'm like trying to completely maximize, squeeze every single point out of it by, say, like going 6 or 7 different players from each team. But obviously you've gone down the more sensible route, I would say, is, well, just double up on these areas and you probably get the goals that team scores. Right, my team, nothing's changed since last night before I did it, actually. I've been pretty set this week. I've avoided the 4 more. Roofs in goal, Nunes at the back with Munoz and Timber, Rice, Fernandez, Saka, Sarr and Doku across the middle, Thiago, my only transfer in this week, replacing Pedro, and captain Haaland. No special, no exciting, no amazing. Thiago I've wanted for a couple of weeks. I've just waited for the doubles to come. And I think he might be a hold now, even through his single. And then
deadline's passed, but I was going to convince you just to hit that goal bonus button with that. That looks nice.
I'm happy with the way the team's set, but I just didn't feel the bonus this week. I don't know. I've got a feeling there's a spanner in works coming. Yeah, but obviously deadline passed. Good luck to everyone who has goal bonus. Good luck to everyone who hasn't, including me. We'll see how it goes.
What's that? Kevin, mate, you need to chill out, son. Liars. You have Foden vice captain, but no to getting him in as 12th man. He's in my team. He's in my team already. That mean every player that's in my team has to be 12th man. Conspiracy theory. And he said Scott is going down. So Kevin, mate, that's the last time your capital letter questions are getting read out. Amelia, Scott is a secret Villa fan. And then Ian, where's Ian's one? That was good. Scott told me once not to put Calafiori in, and he hauled. And he tells me not to go Marlon, and he puts him in.
Oh, they're all out.
Ian, you wanted to put Marlon in, I think it was like 6 or 7 weeks ago, because he scored 2 goals for Holland. That's not this week, because I said it once. And yeah, Ian, you he DM'd me a couple of days ago actually, and he said, would you bring Richarlison in for Salah? And I was like, no, and I said I'd rather bring Marlon in for Salah. So got a right to defend myself here. Honestly.
You've got the mic.
Love you guys, really. All right, accept it, Kevin. Marlon hat-trick coming in. I honestly,
never know.
Amelia, I do hope that Marlon does well, but I can't say I've got any confidence in it, to be honest with you. I think I do need to give my head a wobble having goal bonus with him in the team. This is going to be a fun week, isn't it? At least whatever happens, I can now concentrate on not thinking about playing this booster.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, apologies we can't get to every question. I know there's a ton in here, but yeah, all we can do is try and answer the ones that are relevant to everyone if we can.
Yeah,
I like your team. I would have.
Would you have boosted it?
It's like what you say. Like you said, can I bring it back on?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's probably just as good as mine. I liked Mateta for this week still, but I think the only one there that is maybe a questionable one for goal bonus is Declan Rice. But I mean,
yeah,
he's got just as much chance of scoring as Marlon, hasn't he? Bloody hell.
I'm not sure I had the money to do Rice to Salah.
You're not going to know now. You could have done Rice to Rodgers.
No, he's at 6.6 actually. No, but Rice stayed
to Rodgers, Rice to Foden. You could have done, and I would have played it. Yeah, but you will get another chance. Do you know when you're thinking of playing it? Like Sean's asking.
I'd say I'm going to look. The next opportunity I think is 17, and I think at that point, if my team is set up well, and if I think I've got a good chance there. I've got some goal scorers that are in form. I think 17. 17 is the next aim, but again, I'm not going to press for it. If I don't think it's ready the week before, then I'll probably just play again and just leave it and then target the next good one. Just got to think. Just got to feel it on that week because you got to have the confidence, haven't you? If you sat there with and you brought in Rodgers and Eze last week, you'd be like, oh yes, I'm going for this. I've got some informed players. They're banging goals in. I just want to have that feeling around it. I don't want to go into it like tentatively thinking, oh shit, this could go wrong. I've not got confidence in it. Because then I'll be thinking, why did I ever press the button? If I weren't confident, why have I pressed the button?
That's the thing I wonder, though, is it just me? But I don't think I'd ever be kind of 100%.
No, I don't think you can be 100%. I think you've got to be leaning on, quietly confident of it. You've got to look at it and go, yeah, I've got 7 players up top there that, come on, most of them should get a goal in 2 games. But there's just no one firing, is there?
No, that is the worry. But then the worry also is like, I was looking at, someone asked, like, when would you think about playing it? And 17 is one that has been spoken about quite a lot. And I was looking at that one and thinking, the fixtures there, you've got a bit of time for maybe Liverpool to get better. Wolves at home, Leeds at home. But then Salah goes the week before. And you don't know, is he going to change and go 4-4-2? Is he who's going to play in Salah's spot? Like, you could say, you could say I feel better about going Isak or Ekatike, but at the same time, you don't know. Are they going to get pushed out onto a position where they don't normally play?
Yeah, I mean, for me, leading up to that 17, obviously, I'd say Liverpool have the better fixtures. So it would be if Isak starts to knock a few in, Salah goes off to AFCON, and then we know Isak's on penalties. I think Isak and the captaincy could be a big shout for that 17. If there's a lot of ifs in there, and that's the way I'm just going to play it. If these things work out, or these things happen going towards 17, and you can say, look, they have the best fixtures. They're back in form. I know he takes the penalty. I know he takes the penalties. I'll stick it on him.
He'd get a nice swing on it, but I'd also I'm looking at Forest and Sunderland for Haaland, thinking that's not as good as Leeds Fulham. But I also don't look at Forest and Sunderland and think I don't want to go Haaland.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But there are good ones like Villa. Chelsea have got Villa Bournemouth, which is a home double, but it is a harder. Well, it's a hard. I think they are 2 hard fixtures. even though they're both at home. But you could have Palmer ready, firing by then.
Yeah.
But then it's City the week after for Chelsea. So, or like 3 days after. So then do they rotate for one of them?
That's it.
Arsenal have got Brighton and Villa both at home. So again, probably harder fixtures, but both at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think 17 is the next good opportunity. So
yeah anyone who hasn't played,
you've not missed out.
Then.
I think there's plenty of good chances still. Said I won't read out any more of his comments, but yeah, Kevin said laughing at his comments has made his day.
Have a good one, Kevin.
Have a good one, mate. And then James, will Tony be hiding behind the sofa this week?
Do you know, I won't have to. It's 3 o'clock kickoff today, innit? I'm out to follow my local team, Darwin. So I'll be watching them from 3 o'clock. So I'll be waiting on the goal updates coming through with my phone. Just hope it keeps popping up. Nunes, Doku assist, Haaland assist.
Matty quoting you. If Isak starts to knock a few in, what sort of sick joke is that? Isak and Marlon, you two today. Yeah, something in the water.
Look, he's a goal scorer, Isak. He's gonna get back on the goal trail. It's I don't know. Do they need a change of manager? It's tricky.
Nah.
It's starting to build. Is like everyone. You hear a lot of everyone making excuses for him and saying, "Look, it's a transition period. They brought in a lot of players for a lot of money. They need to be able to bed in, work out where they fit in. He needs to work that out." But they're just very strange performances. Very strange. We'll see.
Right, it's a wrap. We'll be live with our Patreon members and YouTube channel members on Monday for the usual pod. So we'll either be celebrating or crying.
Yeah, halftime pint.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, cheers to everyone that tuned in. And if you do want to join us for our live stream on Monday, you can just hit that join button or head over to patreon.com/Dream Team Tonic. Have a good afternoon.
Cheers, everyone.
See you later. Bye-bye.